Hello everyone and welcome to Wine Raccoon. Today we have Sutter Home Cabernet Sauvignon. This one does not have a year on it, but it is from California. And this is supposed to have notes of red cherry, a hint of toasty vanilla, and it is supposed to have a silky soft texture. So let's go ahead and take this one first then. You get a very subtle cherry flavor. That cherry is on the back sides of your tongue a little bit. And I will say you do get that very light hint of vanilla, and that hits me on the back of the throat. It's very, very subtle. It's kind of like an aftertaste. I will say, I agree, this does have a very nice texture, and that sounds kind of weird for a beverage, but I would say that this has a good, this might be considered medium bodied. And when I describe, anytime you hear someone talk about the body of a wine, the best way I can describe it is think of it like trying different types of like milk that have different fat content. So like skim milk versus 2% versus whole milk. You can tell that it's just a little bit creamier, a little bit thicker. That's the same thing goes for wine with how its body is. If it's got a heavy body, it's going to be more like whole milk versus light and crisp. It's going to be more like skim milk, if that makes sense. This is somewhere in the middle, but it's very smooth. It's very nice. It doesn't burn. Which is fantastic. It is a little bit on the drier side, but it's a Cabernet Sauvignon, so it's not terribly surprising. Yeah, the flavors are mostly on the back of the tongue. That is the one thing I will say for this one. The flavors mostly hit you on the back of the tongue. So the sides and the back. So keep that in mind. A little bit dry, but not super dry like a normal Cabernet Sauvignon might be. Not terribly smoky or anything. Just pretty straightforward, a very straightforward red. So, yeah, I think that's all I have for this one. So on a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being I never want to drink this again, and 5 being I would like to drink this every day, I'd give this one a 3. It's very middle of the road. That's also due to my personal preference, so keep that in mind as well in terms of my preference for, sweeter wines or lighter wines. But this one is also very good for a Cabernet Sauvignon. So if you see this one, feel free to pick up the little box because it's a good substitute for getting a whole big bottle if you're not sure you're going to like it. So if you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, feel free to drop those in the comments below, and I look forward to having a sip again with you soon.